Great evening. This is Viraj Mulay. On behalf of the entire Pandit Javdekar family, let me thank you for tuning into this very special session on discussing a few pointers about the brand, the development of the brand, and how things are looking way forward. So, the basic idea of this program is to connect with our stakeholders on a personal basis and to give them updates and answer their questions if any. So, with warm regards, I would like to introduce Mr. Pandit, Director of Pandit Javdekar, and ask him a few questions regarding the same.
Before I answer, personally, I would also like to welcome all our stakeholders, admirers, friends of Pandit Javdekar Group for this on this conversation. And like Viraj said, probably it's an opportunity for us to reach out to our extended family. So, thank you all for joining us here.
You've just completed 14 years in the industry. So, how has your experience been like? Because the real estate industry has several ups and downs, and you have looked the way forward like no another. So, how has the journey really been like?
14 years, yes, it is an achievement, but by no stretch of imagination you can call it an unparalleled achievement. But yes, what we commend ourselves for and what we believe is a very important achievement or landmark is that we have completed close to 60 projects in the niche or the prime areas of this great city. That is what is the more laudable achievement as far as numbers are concerned. And if you say what has willed us or what has driven us this far is the good words and recommendations of our patrons, connoisseurs, the knowledgeable people of this great city who have actually encouraged us and actually supported us from time to time to come this far. So yes, 14 years of this journey have been a very enjoyable ones, to start with, and they have been very fulfilling, and we look forward to many more years of these achievements in this particular field.
That's great. Continuing on the same pointers, what really drives your brand? So what are your philosophy? What is your philosophy behind the brand, behind Pandit Javdekar? So how do you really look at it?
Core philosophy for me, Viraj, is slightly difficult and a complex word. I'll put it more simply. When we undertake any project or when we step into any undertaking, let us say, what we want is to establish or generate a product which is more or less or completely defect-free, and it gives full value to our customers, even as a product, even as our service, because customers from our that is customers who have bought homes with Pandit Javdekar or who aspire to buy homes with Pandit Javdekar are necessarily those people who do not define home as merely a place to live in. So their aspirations are something that challenges to keep on treading this path to achieve perfection, and we have always since our inception, that is what we have strive to do and achieve.
We recently had a look at your campaign regarding 27 projects completed on Prabhat Road. So how is it about this magical figure of 27 projects on Prabhat Road? And please do share something about us as far as this stupendous achievement is concerned.
27 is a magical figure, considering, like you said rightly, 27 is the number of projects that Pandit Javdekar has completed on Prabhat Road alone, and that is an achievement considering that no other developer has probably been this close even to this figure. But again, it has been on the basis of two elements, which I believe, like we discussed a few minutes back, the core philosophy or the core elements. A is honesty and B is transparency. So we have been like that since the day we started. And this attitude or these values of ours have not gone unnoticed and unrewarded by the patrons of this very knowledgeable and great city. We have been rewarded from time to time with very kind and generous recommendations, very kind and generous words of praise and support and encouragement. Yes, definitely there is an element of hard work, there is an element of skill, and there is an element of intent to start with. But if this all is not recognized in a particular time frame, obviously success will keep on eluding you. And that is what we really would like to thank all these people, all our admirers, all our stakeholders, all the people who follow us on Facebook or on social media. We are absolutely in total debt and total gratitude for their unrelenting support, for their unrelenting kind words, and this thing, whatever love and affection they show for our company, yes, we are indebted.
Overall, how many projects you have completed apart from Prabhat Road? So, and where are these nooks and corners where you have really placed your mark as far as the city of Pune is concerned?
About, I think, as a group, Pandit Javdekar has completed close to 60 projects, out of which, like we said, the sole campaign 27 is based on 27 projects on Prabhat Road. And 27 projects on Prabhat Road is a special achievement on two counts, because as everybody knows that Prabhat Road is considered to be a place of people with rich and good taste, people, the elite class people who really look for elite homes, who look more rather than for things more beyond just probably four walls, let us say, to put it in exact words. But 27 is just, let me assure you, 27 is just a number in our ongoing journey, or in a journey wherein we definitely aspire, God willing, and hope to achieve many, many more such landmarks in this beautiful locality. Now, the kind of product that is normally associated with Pandit Javdekar, the kind of service that is normally associated with Pandit Javdekar, is something which we are really proud to hold, and which we are really proud to commend ourselves, laud our staff from time to time, because it is something which has been the consistent element in our dealings, or in the way this company has operated right from day one.
Can you give us a brief description, apart from the projects on Prabhat Road, where it is that you have developed projects, in which areas, and how have the projects been like?
Yes, we have made a mark in Baner with two of our projects. We have, other than Prabhat Road, we have had projects in Model Colony, Kothur, Karvenagar, and Sarkar Nagar. In other distinguished parts of Pune, we have been as Bhosle Nagar. So there have been projects all over basically. It's Pandit Javdekar is not a brand which is stuck only to Prabhat Road, though it is identified more with Prabhat Road obviously, because slightly less than half the projects are in this part of town. But we have established ourselves there with the same dignity and with the same approach that we have kept as in our buildings on Prabhat Road. So currently also Prabhat Road has, let's say, probably the number of constructions that we are doing right now is 10, out of which 4 on Prabhat Road, and 6 of our projects are based in localities like I said, Karvenagar, Model Colony, Bhosle Nagar. So all of them prime localities in their own right, and even there the living standard or the aspirations of the people or the expectations of the people are very, very crisp and very, very clear as to what they want from the product, and believe me, they are willing to pay for a service, and they are willing to actually go the distance to buy a home with a developer or a realtor whom they really trust. And rather than these are people who will never compare prices A to B and step into some deal which probably they are not very comfortable with right from the start.
On a recent past, what we've seen is on a yearly basis, you have a project completion ratio of almost about 5 to 6 projects. So what have been your new project, your new launches like? What can we expect in the near upcoming future? Where exactly do you try to position several of your projects which are recently going to be launched?
Frankly, Viraj, I'll tell you one thing, that the way or the areas in which we operate, the size of the projects is obviously not something you can be actually numerically proud of. Like, let's say probably a project has some max 10, 12, 15 flats to sell. So when we say that we are right now in this thing, 10 projects, 10 of our projects are in the launch phase, or we are right now undergoing construction of 10 projects. So it means these 10 projects would mean that they would be in areas which would be called as prime or rich areas of this city. So, like, as you asked, I'll answer your question that Bhosle Nagar is one such area, Karvenagar is another, Model Colony we have 2 projects going on currently, and we are looking out this thing for a launch of our project in Kothur in the not so far away future. That is, so these are the 6 or 7 projects that we have lined up, which would be let's say the upcoming ones. Now, Rajashree is the project on Bhosle Nagar, which we have positioned slightly differently. Bhosle Nagar is, as you know, it's almost a central part of town, but very serene lanes. It's located off the buzz of University Road. It's a very happening area, but still the lanes are very serene, and the overall neighborhood, the community, if I may say, is something which actually compares the greenery and everything compares with the same dignity of Prabhat Road. And there we have positioned ourselves in a segment wherein we are going in for compact 3-bedroom flats. Now the idea is that youngsters who would wish to have a home in the heart of town and not Baner or Balebadi or somewhere, they should have an opportunity to possess a home in this beautiful part of town, which you can call as central. So that is one way we have positioned this Rajashree project. The project that obviously looks like it will be the flagship of our company in the coming 2 to 3 years is Cressida, which is on Prabhat Road. And for me and for this company, I will repeat, it will be the flagship project because it has the kind of amenities which even we as a group haven't actually ventured into. The common amenities, especially, we are planning to give a lounge, we are planning to give a pool table, a special reception area, a special conference area, a special meeting area in case any of the residents want to conduct their office meetings on in the building premises, a home theatre and some such. So these are projects which were, these are amenities which were unheard of in any of the projects in town, so which we would be providing for this particular venture. And then obviously there is a project called Cashier on Prabhat Road, which is equally graceful, which is equally good, well poised, which it has received excellent response. The one at Karve Nagar, Nandan, that has received an amazing response. You will not believe, 14 flats and all are sold. I haven't as yet deposited an ounce of concrete on the land. And last but not the least, I would like to mention a project called Red Earth, which our company has started about 1.5 years back. It is a differently styled project that provides a resort living experience on the lines of Konkan, which is all very dear to us all, that is. And it is definitely styled in a way that it would have a house keeping, a kitchenette, a kitchen provision which would provide you with the necessary food and everything. And the whole concept is based on lively weekends, which we as a company would be tying up with an adventure sports company or some such, and or a nature-based company, and we would be ensuring that all the people who come there, who stay there in that particular project, would have their weekends like really exciting as they have never had before. And the kind of response that we have got for this project, people have bought houses there. I think we have sold close to 125 flats, and people who have bought these houses are people primarily from our walks of life who are looking for some adventure or some different activity to do on the weekends, which normally they wouldn't if they were allowed to spend time on their own. So these are the kind of people who have ventured with us into that project, or worked with us in that project. And yes, that is something the company is looking forward to complete, because it's an entirely new dimension for us, and we are actually trying to establish ourselves as a different brand than the other realtors in that area. And this is this would be the role model, or Red Earth would be the role model for our other projects to follow in such areas.
I just heard about your two very unique developments, which were Cressida and Radha Krishna. Can you just give me a quick brief and a quick pointers about them? So what are the developments like? Cressida, you just mentioned something more about Radha Krishna and Cressida.
Yeah, Radha Krishna is on Lakaki Road. That's in Model Colony. It's what you can say, premium Model Colony. Now, Model Colony starts from the Bangla Chowk probably, or this thing, and it can go up to the INR Institute, the Pune Central Building, and Lakaki Road. Now, Lakaki Road is considered to be, what do you say, premium Model Colony. This project is nearing completion. In fact, we will be starting giving possessions probably within a month from now. and there's only one flat left, and it has just come out so amazing. We have two projects in the same lane, adjacent to each other, Sapphire and Radha Krishna. I think if any of the viewers, any of the our associates are interested, they should go have a look, because the lane has been done up really well. A month from now, the lane itself will be very picturesque, because we have come up with a few landscape features in the lane, since we have two projects there. And overall, it would be a good thing if you could visit that to have an idea about the way we are planning to build, or the way we are building recently. It's not only about Viraj buildings nowadays, it is about how you dress up the locality also. Because people who buy with you are normally not just people who go inside their house and they have sprawling and Italian furniture placed in their living. These are people who are actually very knowledgeable about their social duties and social responsibilities also, and clean surroundings, clean exteriors, everything. And yes, these two projects definitely earn a star on that.
Each project is very different from the other. So how have you really tried to elevate the lifestyle of your clients with each project passing by? So what have been the key ingredients in enriching the lifestyle of your clients as far as your projects are concerned?
At the start of any project, Viraj, I'll be very frank with you, we don't have any such calculations as to, see, broadly it is about giving the best of amenities that you can. Okay, best of amenities that you can, considering, I'll be frank with you, obviously within a specified price bracket. I'm not saying that some out of the world amenities, but yes, the most important thing is that you have to evolve with time. And your products have to evolve with time. Obviously, your services have to evolve with time, and that is what we have done very, very well all these years. So every time when somebody buys home with Pandit Javdekar, okay, so I envision myself in his shoes, and I try to imagine that what all would be my expectations if I were to buy a flat in this particular building, and I try to comply with all that. And till now, rest assured, this is good. Till now, rest assured, all the customers have found these amenities to be more than what they expected and hoped for. And that is a genuine reward, because actually people say, when people I know, people probably Shiv knows, they come up to us and they say that one of the passions or one of the dreams in our lives is to own a Pandit Javdekar home someday. Now, when somebody says that, yes, it gives you, what you can say, the kind of exhilaration that probably a win Test cricket against Australia can. But simultaneously, what me and Shiv look at is that it gives us an added responsibility that we cannot simply let these people down. Okay, we cannot let these people down, even if they are not bought home yet with Pandit Javdekar. For us, they are our potential customers. For us, they are our admirers, and the word that they are dropping in for us, probably without even being asked. Okay. The voluntary work that they are offering for us carries a lot of meaning, carries a lot of weight for us. So, the project, the elevation of lifestyle is what we were discussing. So, when we start a project and when more towards the completion of it, we pour everything that we have into it to see that it comes out differently, to see that it comes out in a much better way than even we expected. And it has worked wonders for us till now. The company policy or the company philosophy that we were discussing not so long back. Basically, when people say that Pandit Javdekar home for them means everything. Okay, for us, like I said again, it means that we have to earn this reckoning every moment. We have to deserve this reckoning every moment of our business life. That is what touches us first, and then the exhilaration that somebody has said such nice words about the company in general.
Thank you so much. I would like to speak something about Red Earth. That's a project which has won a lot of accolades to you. I was just glazing through one of your brochures, and it feels that it has really redefined the concept of resort living or weekend living in a way. So, how do you foresee Piramud as a market of development?
It is one area, if you ask me, it is annex to Kothurud, though it is not now, probably it will be 3 to 4 years from now. That is the kind of infrastructure development which PMRD or the authority there is looking at. It connects to Hinjewadi in just a 10-kilometer stretch. That is the biggest advantage, obviously. It connects to Lavasa, which is about 20-25 kilometers. So on one side you have abundant industry or the software park, and on the other you have these what you can say, nature trails or the beauty of nature on the other hand. And if you see the location of Red Earth, it is so beautifully placed at this particular junction, exactly, that you would appreciate the beauty if you were to visit the site on any evening, any morning, whenever you can make it. That this is totally different from the other projects in the area, which is why God's grace we have done so well in the sales department there. And I would rather say that this is a project for people who want to spend their weekend lives in a slightly different and healthy way. There are the laid back ones who have to be given their due, this thing on that, absolutely. But yes, this is something which people have, now the kind of weekend activities we conduct. Let's say we do an activity every 2 or 3 months. And the kind of response that we receive for these weekend activities from flat purchasers, their relatives, their friends, they get everybody along. And we are overwhelmed every single time by the response we get for these activities, by the enthusiasm that any such activity generates in these customers. They are hands-on into it. They are so engrossed into the whole activity that absolutely at times it has happened that we have planned one way and it has happened the other, because people have asked it to be extended. Or so we had a karaoke night wherein we had actually asked for songs to be sung and a list of songs to sing, but we ended up singing I think more than twice the number. So people were that enthusiastic that day. Then we had a stargazing experience which was amazing, right from the kids to the old people there. We had set up a telescope and they fabulously loved it. So it is that kind of a project, Viraj, which will not be bracketed with the budget homes which are prevalent in that area. This is more associated with a lifestyle which you don't get in the city, but you will get it which is actually not so far away from the city. It's hardly 20 kilometers from where we are sitting right now.